So here we are in Barthenay. Here's the house. It is officially ours. The neighbor next door lives there permanently. And I think it's just one woman. Let's show you around here. So, give you a lay of the land. You can see that pipe there. That's about the property line. There's a dome right there, if you can see that. That is the sewage treatment unit. It can take care of the waste of 4 or 5 people a day. So that should fit the needs of this house. Let's walk through this grass and show you the back. And then we'll go through the front. The yard's quite large. I'm thinking of a driveway with a gate right here, and it'll open in that direction. Automatic gate, so you'll be able to just click a button and it'll open. Large backyard, some neighbors. See if I can back up here. There's a dog cage back here. This is the corner of the property, and there is going to be a garage here eventually, a 2-car garage. There is a well right here. It's not that deep, so you can use that for irrigation water for the yard. But there's another well behind it that is about 50 meters deep, and that will supply the house with water. So, here we are. This section right here is going to have to be torn down. And I'll show you what it looks like on the inside, but my idea is to have a driveway here. You drive in, park your car here. In Lithuania, they like to have their garages separate from their houses. Just kind of a cultural thing, I guess. You rarely see garages in the living area, in the house itself. So then you'll just walk across, and this will all be paved or asphalt. We'll see what happens with that. And then there'll be a staircase, a nice kind of shallow staircase going all the way up, and the front door will be right there, right where that green fence is, that wonderful green fence that came free with the house. I made sure of that. This extension here, I think, was probably, I don't know, I couldn't figure it out, but it didn't, I don't think it came with the house. The porch did. This slab right here, this is reinforced concrete. So there's the basement, the first level, and the third level. And then the roof definitely needs to be replaced. You can see right there, the spigot has just let water drain off onto this thing, and over the years it's degraded it down to nothing. So that's going to have to be jackhammered out. It's really nice here. You can see the backdrop. Tall trees, lots of forest. You can go back in there and hike. There's a lake in that direction that you can swim in. It's just a nice, quiet garden community. There's a drain that goes along this road that way, so that's where the wastewater goes. I'm going to have to dig a trench along the foundation. We're going to have to dig the foundation out, and or the edge of the foundation. I'm going to have to insulate it And then we're going to dig a trench, a French drain, all the way here. You can see where someone else has built their fence right along there. And so I'm going to have to cut out all these trees. I'm going to have to take this entrance down. Because eventually the city is going to widen this road. Yeah, you can see another wall, that green wall. That's about where our fence is going to lie. So somewhere in here. Somewhere like, right in here. So all these bushes are going to have to come out. So here's the front of the house. It doesn't look pretty, exactly. But this is a very, very solid house. It was built in 1985. I just got the original building permits and everything for it. So it was built during the Soviet Union, and all the documents have got the hammer and sickle on it still, which is interesting. Probably one of my first jobs is going through here and seeing if there's anything salvageable brick-wise that I could use to fill in some of the gaps of where I don't want anything to be. This staircase has got to come out. So that'll be one of my first jobs, is just getting a jackhammer and jackhammering out this whole thing, cutting off all this metal, jackhammering out that extension that must have been some sort of makeshift garage at one point. But yeah, let's go in and I'll show you. I'll show you what we got. So, these wonderful stairs lead us to the main floor. Let's go in. So, here is the main floor. There's Eglay and Molly. So it doesn't look like a lot right now, but this wall is going to be knocked down. This will be a kitchen. That doorway right there will be cleared out, or excuse me, not cleared out. It'll be there'll be brick in there. This is the area where the kitchen will be. These windows right here are going to be knocked down, and we're going to have a vertical window somewhere right here. There'll be a sink right here. The dining room will be right there, and the living room will be right here. You'll be able to have, a TV with some cabinetry and then a couch right here. It looks smaller than it really is. This is where the stairwell will be. So it's actually a little bit bigger than it will be when it's done. This wall will likely be knocked out, and a new one will be built right here. If I take you back out to the porch. So we're going to rebuild all this. This whole thing is going to be demolished. So I'm going to get to know a jackhammer really well and cut all this metal out. But there's going to be a door right here. The front door will be basically right here. That's what I'm thinking. It's either going to be here or it'll be here in the front. I haven't decided yet. Probably in the back, just because I want easy access. You're going to get out of your car from the garage back there, and we're going to have a door right here. You'll have an little entryway. You'll be able to, I want a bench right here. You'll be able to put your shoes and have some cabinetry. This window will have to come out. We're going to block that up with brick. This corner right here will be a bathroom. So there's space for a shower, a toilet, and a vanity. And then right here is enough space for a bedroom. We're going to have to take this wall out, I think, and move it back a little bit. But that should not be a problem. again, you can see that spigot right there has poured down, and the previous owner has tried their best, previous owners, I guess, have tried their best to limit the erosion here caused by this water. But the architect who designed this did not design this very well. It did not think about the fact that they left that much of this porch basically exposed to the weather. And so the previous owners, you can see they've put rubber down, they've put metal down, and nothing has saved this porch. It's sloped at an angle to get the water off, but that hasn't really helped it all that much. So, you can imagine walking through there, and then right here, basically, this will be knocked out, and this will be a hallway. It'll be a little bit bigger than this. It's a little difficult to see, to visualize. But right here, this whole wall, like I said, will be out, and then right somewhere in here is where the staircase will start. Now, it's not going to be a spiral staircase like this. It's going to be a more comfortable. It's going to be more comfortable to walk up. But let me show you what's up here. So, this is just a one-room bedroom up here. Now, this is not going to be here when we finish. In fact, you can imagine the staircase is going to end. It's going to twist around and probably come up right about here. Right about either, let's see. Yeah, it's going to come out, yeah. I just wanted to make sure my plans were correct. It's going to come out on this side. So there's the chimney right here. And it's going to come up right, probably on this side. I have to check the plans again to make sure. But yeah, this is, This is tall enough that I can just barely reach the ceiling with my hands. So that gives me an idea of where the ceiling for this upstairs floor will be. But this is all going to come out. We're going to redo all of this. Yeah. So the staircase comes up. There's going to be a bedroom all along here. Because the slope of this is too aggressive. So we're going to extend the wall out. You can actually see where the wall is right here, that where the tip of the gable is supported. This will come out. I'll have to remove this entire roof and then brick out to the point where it's more shallow, and I'll be able to stand in there. So there'll be a bedroom right here. There'll be a bedroom right here, right where I'm standing. And then a hallway right here. And another bedroom. So I think we can fit 3 bedrooms up here. And right in this corner, right above where the first bathroom is, the second bathroom will be, or there'll be space for, if my plans are correct, a bath, a shower, and a toilet, and then a vanity and some cabinetry that'll hold the washer and dryer. So it looks really, really rough right now. But that's okay. The whole thing is made out of steel reinforced concrete. There's actually a rebar right there. So I'm going to have to cut that. So here's the sketchy staircase that someone kind of just fucking put in here to make it work. I don't even think these came with the house originally. I don't know. Okay, let me show you the basement. All the lights flashing for some reason. Ugh. Well, that's a good sign. Why is it doing doing that. Sorry, I'm just unplugging this for now. We don't need it. Okay, so there's the staircase coming down into the torture dungeon. There's the porcelain palace. So that sewer pipe goes out to the sewer treatment unit, and it's in the perfect place. That's where I want it. So all of this concrete is going to be dug up. There's going to be a door right here, and then a sauna right here, and then a little sitting area. So there'll be an enclosed sauna, a seating area, and then a small bathroom with a toilet and a shower and a sink. Not a big bathroom, just a small little one that you can use to wash yourself off after being in the sauna or take a piss or whatever. The end of the hallway will be right here, and there'll be the wall right there. This will be all stacked up. I want this to be lumber storage, because inside of this utility room will be a gas or a wood-fired furnace that'll heat the whole house. So I'm going to cut a door out right here, and that'll be your entrance. So you can imagine, we're going to have to cut this out a little bit, but you can imagine the staircase is going to start right about here, and it's going to work its way up and around to back upstairs. And then this will be under stairs right here. So we'll probably, make an area for under the stairs or extend this utility room. But you can see this utility room entrance is too small. So we're going to have to make it bigger. But this utility room is plenty large. Here's where the water comes in. So like I said, there was a well that supplies the water to the whole area. I'm not sure why this is closed right now. I'm going to have to send the owner a picture and ask him if that's right, because this should be open right now, because this is actually going to all the neighbors. So we've got maybe he's not home. Maybe that's why that's the case. So here's the 3 neighbors, and here's the input. So the input he insulated, you see. And then the 3 neighbors, I think one of them's gone. I think maybe that's why this is closed. We're going to have to move this whole manifold that supplies the neighbors outside of this house. That is something I'm not used to. I'm not used to having other people's water inside my house. So that ain't going to work. So I was talking to the realtor about that, and he says that we're going to be able to get a plumber involved and be able to move this out onto the street and put it in a utility box so that they can control their water, because I want nothing to do with it. But yeah, that's like the start of the manifold. This is an inverter for a single phase input inverter for I believe it's called an inverter for the pump that's down, whatever it is, 50 meters down in the ground. This is, I forget what this is. It's some sort of tank with a bladder in it that provides something for the water system. I'm not entirely sure. I still need to learn about it and read about it. As you can see, I've set myself up for a real project here. There's the electricity, and I'm actually on the bill now to pay for it. And it's high tech, as you can see. It comes out of the ground, and now it's just hanging off a thing here. And this is a distribution panel. It's got 3, what looks like 3 circuits. I'm not sure what this is doing other than powering this inverter right now, or the pump itself. So that's got to be put outside. And then my water, which is this one, and this one that distributes to the house, that needs to stay here. So the furnace will be in here. In fact, this is the chimney. So the chimney will take the exhaust from the furnace and put it outside. But there's plenty of room in here. We can put a furnace that will distribute the in-floor heating water. We can put a tank, a water tank in here. Whether or not we have to get a guy to come in here and weld it or get it in here in one piece, we'll see. We're probably gonna have to take it in pieces in here and then weld it together. Okay, so this is the garage. Oh, okay, this is gonna take a lot of work. In fact, this will probably take me the rest of the year. So I'm just gonna demolish this. So you can kind of see the exposed, this is an exposed steel beam. And you can see it's supported literally by this steel door here. And it's kind of hard to tell by the video, but it's sagging right here. So this concrete pad here is, you know, as old as the house. It was poured in '85. And over the years, it has gotten shit on. Excuse my language, but it just hasn't been taken care of very well. The concrete here is not in good shape. So this will all have to be jackhammered out and re-poured. The foundation is good of the original house. That's where the stairwell will be. This will have to be blocked out. We'll remove this door, and then I'm gonna cut out the door right there, as I was explaining earlier. But yeah, this whole thing needs to be jackhammered. It's hard to see from inside here, but you can see daylight. You can see daylight through this thing. It's you know, a couple of moments away from collapsing. I mean, I could probably kick my weight through there and it would collapse. And I really don't want to do that while I'm in here. Like I say, I think the only thing keeping this thing up is this steel frame structure right here. So that's the only saving grace of this structure. So yeah, we got a lot of concrete to replace. But what I'll do is I'll talk to the architect, and I'm thinking we're gonna knock out all of this, and I'm gonna have to pour a new foundation outline right here to here, and we're gonna push it as far as we can to get as much room for this extension as we can. And then it's gonna go all the way along here, and then all the way along there, and then we're just gonna build all the way up. So yeah, let's go back upstairs. But that's it. That's the house in a nutshell.